All right, fact is stranger than fiction. How do you get a screw in a rock that's that old? I don't know. But here goes.
The rock was. They then began to speculate, due to its thread-like characteristics, that perhaps it was a crinoid trunk fossil. The only problem with that theory is that, after performing an X-ray on the rock, the object in question proved to be larger than any known fossil of that kind. Inspection from a variety of specialists indicate that the screw was in the sediment, well before it formed into a rock, and that the screw was not something made in nature, forcing scientists to wonder where exactly it came from. This, of course, would lead some conspiracy theorists to believe it was put there by aliens, while others speculate that perhaps there may have been an ancient civilization that was even more sophisticated than we thought.
Who knows, but it does question, where did this stuff come from and how could it be that old? Another planet, another time, parts of another planet, don't know. But we don't have the answers for sure.
That's because scientists have found one in an ancient rock in Texas. And much like the screw, in order for the rock to form around the hammer in the manner it did, the hammer had to have existed before the rock. Upon examination of both the handle and the 97% pure iron head of the hammer, it really doesn't appear that old. However, scientists believe that the head endured a purification process, which resulted in a more pure iron head, even more so than what might have originally been crafted. When scientists tested the rock and encased the mysterious hammer, they estimate that it dates back to 400 million years ago. Now they're left wondering who was walking around with a hammer during that era of time.
400 years ago, and an iron hammer, 97% pure, crazy.
Of it, which came to be known as the Petrodox. And what's odd though is that Williams refuses to tell anyone where he found it, and wouldn't even consider selling it for $500,000. But he did let researchers have a go at it, figuring out how it might have come to be, but only under the conditions that the rock isn't broken in half and that he's present at all times. Science believes that the rock appears to be a very solid formation that doesn't contain any adhesives, which means that the 8mm diameter electrical plug existed at the time that the rock was formed, and science says that that was 100,000 years ago. Despite
Three-pronged plug in a rock 100,000 years ago? Again, we are clueless.
defying all logic and professional counsel that it's just a hoax, Williams thinks that it really is a 100,000-year-old artifact from a technologically advanced ancient civilization, or, once again,
I know, can't explain it, it's aliens, you know? I don't know if all that's true, but what is true is we don't know a lot. The genetic disk, what do they mean, genetic?
challenged ancient finds, with many thinking that it's probably a hoax. This 27-centimeter, little over 2-pound lyddite disc was allegedly found by Professor Jamie Gutierrez somewhere in Colombia. That's all that's really known about its past. We don't know how or when or where in Colombia that it was discovered. But if you can get past all of that, it's really quite an interesting find. It's said to be about 6,000 years old. You can see biological depictions, including sperm, genitalia, egg cells, and the various stages of fetal development. The real question, however, is how could people who lived 6,000 years ago have known about the various stages of the fetus, including what they looked like, especially considering that the ultrasound wasn't even invented until the 1950s. But then again, we ask, is it aliens or a super advanced ancient civilization that we've yet to discover? Ancient Napa figurine.
Again, what do we really know?
50 feet of soil, 15 feet of basalt, and then beds of clay and quicksand. A total of 300 feet before they found the 1.5-inch long art-like figurine, which eerily resembles the human female body. An examination of the minerals inside of the figurine, along with the fact that it was found in strata, is said by science to be 2 million years old, and indicates that it's an ancient artifact. Since no other hominid, other than the Homo sapien, was known to create works of art like this, there must have been modern people living in Idaho 2 million years ago.
Yeah. According to Darwin, forget it. Hey, what's next?
One thing science doesn't deny is that the figurine is not a hoax, that it's actually very old, and that it was crafted by a true artist. If this figurine really is 2 million years old, they may want to consider reworking their theories of evolution.
Alright, we're going to skip that, but we are going to leave it here and edit this. It's amazing what they found. Artifact 2 million years old? Wow.